Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ready, Set, Recap, where we recap what's been going on. I'm Daniel, joined as always by my best friend, Skyler.
Let's get this party started.
This week in the news, we have trailers for Welcome to Derry and The Mandalorian and Grogu. We have news from the set of Spiderman Brand New Day. PlayStation is making trophies real. And we're going to break down all the biggest and dumbest news from Tokyo Game Show. But before we get into all that, Skyler, what's been going on with you this week?
We watched a little bit of wrestling. It was AEW All Out, and we watched it, and it was cool.
It doesn't even feel like that was this week because it was.
Yeah,
it's been a long week for me. I'll be honest with you. It's been a long week for me.
It's week. I'm like, hang on, what happened at that show? Let me see here.
Chris Statlander is the women's champion.
That's right. That's cool.
I think that's pretty much the biggest thing. That and Luchasaurus return. Those are the two things
biggest
I remember.
Surprise. Yeah, Luchasaurus coming back and them seemingly reforming a slightly scarier version of the Jurassic Express is cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jack Perry, and I think him getting back his best friend who's a dinosaur and a luchador is only a positive.
Definitely.
Especially because, we weren't 100% sure if he was going to be able to wrestle again. I forget exactly what his, health scare was, but I remember it was something pretty severe. So I'm happy to see him back. Even if he doesn't do a ton, I'm just happy that he's, okay.
Eddie Kingston came back.
Oh, I missed that. That must have been before I got there.
Yeah, it wasn't a surprise return. It was an announced match beforehand, which is interesting. But it's good to see Eddie Kingston. Mark Briscoe beat MJF in a very thumbtack heavy match, as it was a tables and tacks match.
Yeah, I'll do it. For me, and I think I might be starting to come down with something, so my voice sounds crazy. That's why. Sorry, everybody. But so we had obviously the premiere of Survivor 49 this week.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot to go on about with it. Usually the first couple episodes sort of start with kind of a slower roll, and it's hard to really start picking out favorites or anything because a lot of them don't even get screen time because there's still 18 people and only 2 hours for the premiere to show everybody, so it can be a little tough there. But I will say one of the people who I was concerned about, Rizzo the Rat Man, Rizzo the Rat, he is actually really funny. I'm kind of down with him. I was really afraid that he was going to be super annoying because he calls himself Riz God, so I feel like that was a fair worry, but actually he's really, really funny. So I hope he sticks around for a while. Unfortunately, big personality people like him tend to not, but we'll see. And the other major thing I did this week is I got caught up on Demon Slayer.
Oh, trying to see that movie?
I might see it. I don't know. I don't know when it's supposed to come to Crunchyroll, and I don't know that I want to go to a movie theater to see the Demon Slayer movie, even though apparently it's doing surprisingly well.
Yeah, I will say I'm not a Demon Slayer watcher, but every time I go to the theater lately, there's a lot of people going into that Demon Slayer cinema.
Yeah, I mean, Demon Slayer has it's got a huge following, obviously. I would say it's a pretty hit and miss show. I think when it hits really, really hard, and when it misses, it doesn't miss too bad. It's just kind of boring. And the only thing that I needed to get caught up on in preparation to potentially go see the movie is I had to watch the most recent arc, which is the Hashira training arc. And as you might have guessed, it's a training arc. So it's not super exciting. It's only 8 episodes, which is crazy to say about an anime arc, but
of course,
the first 7 episodes of it is literally just I'm learning how to swing my sword a little bit better, and I'm going to push this rock and blah, 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 blah. It's kind of nothing for 7 episodes. And then episode 8 is the anime equivalent of a Game of Thrones early season finale. It's insane. Some crazy shit happens in that last episode. I'm super excited to see what happens in the movie. Although apparently, I didn't know this when we talked about it before, the final 2 arcs are being broken up. So the first of the 2 arcs, Infinity Castle, is going to be 3 movies. So this is only the first third of that arc, and then there's another one afterwards. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I like that. It seems like they're kind of taking a note from the Attack on Titan. We're gonna drag this shit out forever. Um,
Hmm.
School of pacing, but at least if it's movies, then like maybe the quality of the animation will be higher. That's maybe
Sure.
it might maybe copium. I don't know, but I don't
I
know.
mean, I think if they plan it out to be movies specifically, then it'll feel like an anime like summer event. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it might drag out a while, but instead of One Piece Wano lasting
Right.
7 years or what it was, whatever, it'll just be like, yeah, this is going on a while, but at least it's one thing to look forward to every year for a couple of years, something like
Right.
that.
Yeah. Well, in the first movie is like 2.5 hours long, so it's a
That's
beefy one,
that's
and I
that's long. Yeah.
I don't know how much like happens in it. I listened to like a short spoiler free review, and it seems like there's like one major fight, and then they like kind of show you the setup of what's going on for the rest of the arc, which is certainly a lot of really cool things. It's without spoilers, the end of the Hashira training arc is like it's kind of like okay, and now the war begins. Like it's one of those sort of
Mm.
situations. It's
Hmm.
imagine if like you got to Endgame and all the portals opened and everyone ran out, and then it was like, okay, see you next time. And that's sort of that's sort of what happens here.
Yeah.
Um which is a bummer, except that the movie's already out, so I don't have to wait as long as people who like actually watched it when it came out.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. But Skyler, are
Yeah.
you excited for October 26th when you can start watching Stranger Things 2? I mean, welcome to Derry.
Oh, I'll watch this.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like they're maybe going after the Stranger Things audience with that ending later this year as well. But
Maybe.
I
I
do
mean,
think the trailer looks good.
it's all about that general, like when the It movie came out, it's like, oh, we're in the 80s, riding bikes, and
Right.
we're doing all this. It's like, okay, we are in the Stranger Things era. That's where there were so many movies and a handful of TV shows that was like Stranger Things adjacent of we got bikes, we got 80s nostalgia, we've got references, we've got music, we've got all of that. It was, and then I think people got really tired of the nostalgia play for the 80s.
Right.
And see now,
They're
now we
rolling
have
it
the
back.
nostalgia play. We have the nostalgia play for the early 2000s. Taco Bell's like playing Sum 41 in their commercials.
Oh my goodness.
No, whatever.
But
The
this is like the 60s or 50s or
Yeah,
something.
the 50s. It should be the 50s. Because I think I've mentioned this before. In the book, the flashback part takes place in the 50s, and then the modern part takes place in the 80s
Right.
ish era.
So this is that time period, but a new
Yeah. So
story.
when they did the movie, they were like, well, if we want the modern thing to be now, 2017 or whatever it was when it came out, 2019, I think. Then the part in the past that would place us in the 80s because it's a very specific time period where Pennywise isn't doing stuff. I think it's like 27 years, right? I think it's something like that.
Hmm.
So they're like, well, this puts us right in the 80s. And now, funny enough, we go back and then we're in just about the same time period as when the book was originally set. So we play with new characters. What?
So it is new characters. It's not like we're doing a TV
Yeah.
version again, like a
No.
new TV
I
miniseries.
think
It's a new
it is
story.
specifically a prequel to the movie, which is
Okay.
why Bill Skarsgård's in it. But also, it looks like it's leaning into something that Stephen King's books kind of do every once in a while
Having a secret
of
hatch to hide the crack cocaine.
building a shared universe.
What of his weird ass Langolier ass movies is he linking into this
So,
one? You could tell from the
so
trailer already.
yeah, so they're talking. There's a point where some characters are talking, and I think they like say Mr. Holleron, and Mr. Holleron is the guy from The Shining,
Oh, at least it's a good one.
Scatman Crothers, and he is in the book too. There's a point in the It book where they're talking about like I don't remember the history of Derry or whatever, and how there was a group of guys because obviously a big point in multiple Stephen King books, but in It specifically, where big racism happens, like a lot and very
You don't say.
deeply. And So there's a bunch of like black characters that in a flashback are targeted by racial bad things,
It
and
seems like that's
Dick Halloran.
gonna happen in here. I mean, the first half of this new
Yeah, of
trailer
course,
is following
definitely.
a black family who it looks
Um,
like is probably gonna be one of the central groups of the show, at least. I'm sure it'll skip
I think
around a
so.
bunch, like there's the whole group of kids, but it seems like this family, the whole family unit, even the parents, is going to be pretty heavily involved, which is maybe strange for it, because as far as I'm aware, that's like, isn't it supposed to be like Pennywise can't be seen by adults or some shit?
There's like a weird, almost sort of spell that goes on throughout the town where it's poisoning the whole town, like mentally. Like that's why everyone's so terrible all the time, and they see things like kids getting stabbed on the side of the roads by bullies, and they just don't care. They're just like, it is what it is, because Pennywise is kind of like making them turn a blind eye to it. And yeah, the kids can see things that the adults cannot. That's definitely part of it. But no, other than the what's his name, Dick Halloran character showing up in this trailer. Another thing that I mentioned, and now I don't think it's going to be an outright connection because we know Pennywise makes people see fears and stuff. But there's a
Sure.
shot, and I think edited very cleverly in the trailer, where we see, I'm going to choose my word carefully here, a big mist rolling over the town, and then
Oh.
we immediately cut to like some girl getting like dragged away by something very long. Now, I think
Ooh.
the long thing could just be like Pennywise's arm stretching,
Or
as it has been known to do.
literally
But
just like rope.
it
Yeah.
it immediately, I was like, oh, are we doing a Mist? Are we doing a little Mist episode?
Did you ever watch that Mist TV show?
I did not watch the show. I've watched the movie multiple times.
That doesn't surprise me. You're
But
a sicko for Stephen King. I'm surprised you didn't watch the TV show though. It's actually decent.
yeah, no, I just never got around to it. Not
You ever
opposed to
watch
it. I
Under
told
the
you.
Dome? That's Stephen King too. I'm pretty sure.
That is Stephen King. I did not watch the show. I watched an episode at a friend's house as his dad was watching it whenever it was. Like we were younger teenagers back then, I'm sure.
Gotcha.
At the time, I didn't care, and I probably still don't. But
I mean,
maybe.
I think both of those shows ended without like actual conclusions. So
That's good.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Under the Dome might have gotten like multiple seasons, but I think Mist only got one.
Did you know what's cool about this being a prequel and that Pennywise is eventually defeated in the movies? All these people are gonna die or lose.
Not necessarily, because isn't
They
that
they have to survive the time period, and then Pennywise needs to go into sleep. But they don't.
right?
They don't. I mean, the thing about when the kids that survive in it leave town, they're like, we're gonna get out of Derry or whatever. They're like destined to all die badly, like kill themselves. I think, if I remember correctly.
Well, I mean, it's a whole story. They might find some
It,
other way around it.
no, they're all just gonna lose. They're gonna get eaten.
Uh,
Pennywise is gonna turn into a big crocodile, and he's gonna eat them all.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how not Stranger Things goes. But one thing that I'm almost certain that it'll be more interesting than is Sky. Did you watch the trailer for new Star Wars movie Mandalorian and Grogu?
Oh, let me tell you, no.
Yeah, no,
I didn't.
isn't it okay? Here was my reaction to this because I saw that this trailer dropped like a little while ago. It's been what, like 5-6 years since the last actual full-fledged Star Wars movie came out, right? Like it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm. So, 2019.
And now there's a new one coming out, and I don't think
Yeah,
anyone gives a shit, like at all. Like I'm not seeing it on social media. Nobody I know is talking about it. You didn't even watch the bitch. Like
that's true.
that's crazy.
I mean,
How far we've fallen. I think people are more interested in that Starfighter one that's going to come out eventually because I think that one genuinely has like
oh,
more going
because
for it.
it's got Ryan Gosling in it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like they like actually have an idea for it. Whereas this is just like we're going to take the next season of this TV show and turn it into a movie for some reason. Everyone's like, well, I didn't watch the TV show. Do I need to have? Oops.
I'm going to play the trailer for me now with no sound while you continue to talk. And it's a
Truthfully,
minute and a half. So
there's not much in it. The big takeaways from the trailer were that you get like 1 second of the back of the Hut character that Jeremy Allen White is apparently playing.
Yeah.
And then you see there's like an arena fight, which is, I assume it looks like the same set. So I guess at some point Mando is going to end up having to do some gladiatorial combat or some shit. I'll be honest
Pedro
with you.
Pascal's stunt.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal stunt double while he's out off somewhere else touching women on the red carpet. Will have to choke out a lizard man. I am caught up, I'm pretty sure, on the entirety of that universe. The like Favreau shows. I've watched Ahsoka. I've watched all that shit. And I was looking at this and I was like, I actually have no idea what's happening. You know what I mean? And I feel like I should. Like, I feel like we should have ended those in a way where it's like, oh, and now we have to go do the big thing. And I don't think we do, unless I missed something. But
So
I have no idea.
When it comes to the Star Wars shows, here's what I've watched and not watched. I've watched Mandalorian season 1, Mandalorian season 2. I did not watch season 3. Not for any protesting or anti-Star Wars reasons, just fatigue, I guess, and I didn't care. I don't know. I fell off. Diminishing returns.
I mean,
I don't know.
you couldn't even be asked to watch the good Star Wars shows.
It's true. I haven't watched all of Andor yet. Give me time.
So you didn't
Weekly
watch
Andor check-in?
Still no. So no Andor. Didn't finish Mandalorian. I'm assuming didn't watch Skeleton Crew. Did you watch Acolyte for some reason?
I forgot Skeleton Crew existed, so I didn't watch that. I did watch Acolyte.
How
that
of
was
all
more,
of the...
That was more of a what's all the hullabaloo about? Why is everyone complaining? Is it warranted?
Okay,
and
so
the answer was yes and no.
So you'll go out of your way to find out the hullabaloo for a bad show, but you won't for Andor.
Listen, do you know how easy it is to watch one season of something that has already been canceled? That's easy.
But we didn't even know if Andor was going to get a season 2 for like a year after that shit finished airing.
I watched Obi-Wan.
Okay. I'm actually not 100% sure if that is part of this.
Well, it's
like the same timeline, but it's like ages ago.
Yeah, it's not going to cross over in any meaningful way.
I guess that's true of Acolyte, because Acolyte's like High Republic, right? So that's nothing.
Yeah.
But
and then I gave Ahsoka like a 2-episode shot, and I was like falling asleep. So that's what I did with Star Wars.
Known Star Wars hater, Skyler.
True, it's true. I don't
only watch the confirmed bad shows.
I'm not holding on to like bins upon bins of old Star Wars toys from my childhood.
That'd be
that
crazy.
I can't let go of in my garage.
Who would do such a thing?
I've always hated Star Wars.
There's literally like a Millennium Falcon. What is that? Like a phone? It's got like phone buttons on it in your garage.
Oh,
it's like right by the door.
It was a matching game. It was like you push the button. We have to find a picture of this and put it on the YouTube video now. You push the button and you get a little voice clip of Darth Vader being like, "I have you now," and then you have to like push another one, and then it makes a Chewbacca sound, and you're like, "Nope, that's not it." It's a little toy for babies, and I've had it since I was a little baby, I guess.
Yeah, since the last time you cared about Star Wars, I guess. But yeah, no. Basically, the only reason I put this on the rundown was because I was like, "What even is?" First of all, what is this movie? And B, do people care? Because it doesn't seem like they do. Like
people care. I'm sure people care.
But not like real people. Maybe like Disney adults. But
I'm not gonna say that I don't care in like a cynical like, oh, Star Wars again, huh? Oh, another Marvel movie. Not that kind of I don't care. It's more just like, I don't know. This is, like I said, diminishing returns. It's kind of petering out for me. It looks. I'm concerned. Remember how like my big complaint about Captain America? Sam Wilson is now the Captain America movie. I don't remember what it's called. Brave New World. Brave New World.
Yeah.
I was like, this feels like a straight to Disney Plus movie that they put in theaters by accident, and I feel like this might be the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, it is literally a TV show turned into a movie, so that's fair. That's a fair assumption. But hey, speaking of petering out, you hear Tom Holland broke his head open on the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day? Or whatever.
I've been saving this joke all week. Tom Holland is out with concussion, so we have to pick up Daredevil off the waiver wire, put him in.
Ooh. Boo. Bad joke. Didn't laugh.
It's all right. I didn't need you to laugh.
It's okay. Yeah, I don't know. So really, the conversation I want to have around this is like, what the hell even is this movie? Because it's the two bits of news, we'll put them both out here. Is it's now delayed because he's on IR. He busted his head open, and so now they've got to delay this bitch. Like, I don't know how long. Concussion protocol in the NFL is like 1 to 3 weeks or some shit, depending on how bad it is. And then the other piece of news that we got is
he's not the first actor to get concussed.
No, for sure. But it's not like it's not the end of the world or anything. It is going to cost Disney a ton of money, but I'm not sure that I care.
No, they can handle it.
And then the other piece of news that we got in regards to it is that Marvin Jones III, possibly best known for Black Lightning, for playing Tobias Whale in that, he is now playing Tombstone as well. So
yeah, so I looked up his filmography, and wouldn't you fucking know it? This is going to be, people listening are going to be like, duh, why didn't you know this? He played Tombstone in Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, like just he did the voice? That makes sense.
Yeah, he played Tombstone in Into the Spider-Verse, and I don't know how true this is, but apparently he's coming back for Beyond the Spider-Verse as Tombstone.
I can see that. I honestly, I'll be honest with you, don't even really remember Tombstone in that movie. So
it's just part of that movie Sinister Six.
Just around. No, I don't think people will be like, oh, you didn't know that? Because, like, A, you don't see his face, and B, I don't think people really know who this actor is. I mean, he's good. He's good in Black Lightning. Not that the show's bad, but he's decent in it. But I don't think people really know him that well. He's a relative unknown as far as I'm aware.
And he gave Tom Holland a concussion.
Yeah,
that's the narrative we're starting.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Busted his head open. But no, what is this movie? Because okay, so we've heard a lot of rumors of different villains that are in it. There was rumors that Mr. Negative is in it. There's been rumors of what's his name, the Spot or whatever. We've had all these rumors of Miles Morales' family or whatever showing up.
I think those are all.
I don't think those ones are real.
Unfounded.
The Mr. Negative one might be right because there's pictures of like the Demon Head logo or whatever that he uses on a tank at one point that you can see on set. So that one's like probably true.
Well, we know Scorpion's in it for sure.
Right.
Well, we know Mac Gargan is in it for sure. I guess we don't know what he's going to be.
He's going to be
if he's going to get a big Scorpion suit. I can't imagine why you would bother to not put him in a big Scorpion suit, but
he's going to get blasted into a stain on a wall.
Maybe.
But so we have at least 3 confirmed villains, a speculated 4th, and who knows what else. We know they're filming in, I think, Glasgow. Or I don't even know if that's supposed to be like in New York still. I genuinely don't know if that's
I don't remember all the details, but there was a thing recently about how, because Marvel used to have their big filming hub in Atlanta, Georgia, and they've recently just relocated it officially to somewhere in Europe. I don't remember where it was. But yeah, I mean, you can't put too much stock on where they're actually filming things because
for sure. It could be Madripoor or some shit for all we know. Fake ass Marvel country or something.
Exactly.
But it's so confusing because it feels like on one hand, there's all the rumors and speculation about like, oh, they're going back to street level. And I think they've even said that at one point. But then you look at street level and it's like, they're still riding a tank through the city, and there's going to be guys shooting laser beams if Mr. Negative is around. So like,
the Hulk is in this movie.
Oh, also the Hulk is in it, and Sadie Sink is playing somebody.
Yeah. What are the odds that we got Tombstone? Because they're like, we need the Punisher to shoot somebody, but we can't have the Punisher kill somebody with guns. So get Tombstone and the Hulk, and he can shoot all of those people.
You don't think you can kill Matt Gargan?
No. He could, but we not in a movie. We can't. If Matt Gargan showed up in like the Punisher Christmas special or whatever the fuck they're doing, the Disney Plus short that they're doing, Matt Gargan showed up. He could absolutely turn him mulch with a big Gatling gun.
Yeah.
But in a movie, it's rated PG-13 that we need families to go see. We can't have the Punisher doing his Punisher stuff, so he can shoot.
You can kill people in a PG-13 movie. You just can't make it gross.
All right, well, now you're twisting my words. Yes, you can kill people, but remember when he ripped that guy's like head off his shoulders in the Daredevil thing just now? Like,
what if he's in like
earlier
a
this year?
big robot suit, and then it's like, well, he's not even going to bleed because it's just going to be all like oil. They're going to take the Samurai Jack route. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's allowed.
And you get away
We
with
can
it.
do that. I'm just saying that he could shoot the Hulk with a gun, or he could shoot Tombstone with a gun,
Yeah,
and they'll be fine.
you could probably
And
shoot Spider-Man with a gun. I wouldn't be that
That's
mad.
well, he could. He shouldn't do that. I don't think he should shoot Spider-Man.
Probably shouldn't, but he doesn't know who he is anymore, I guess, or something. I don't know, because of magic.
He knows who he is. They met while filming the Odyssey. Christopher Nolan.
But do you have any speculation of like what the hell this movie? I assume we're gonna get a trailer for it relatively soon, like in the next probably 6 months or so.
Yeah, what's the release date on this guy?
I have no idea. They're still filming it, as far as I'm aware, so it might be a minute.
They are still filming. Well, they're currently on Tom Holland concussion break, but
yeah,
it is a
which also like
2026 movie.
Hey man, don't we have stunt doubles for this shit?
Absolutely, they'll work around it. They're fine. July 31st, 2026.
Yeah, so we gotta get that trailer out like by March, April.
You would think so, but sometimes lately, especially, they just withhold these trailers. I bet you we don't see the Spider-Man trailer before the Super Bowl. That's my bet. We'll get a teaser at the Super Bowl, and we'll get like the first full trailer. You're probably right, around March or April.
I can see it.
But again, I mean, whatever. I guess you put up some billboards. It's not like people aren't gonna see Spider-Man, right?
Right.
People will put their foot down and not go see the Thunderbolts, even though I think Thunderbolts did well. But Spider-Man is Spider-Man. Like, that's always gonna get butts and seats.
Right, and it's got Punisher in it now too, and that's also probably going to move some seats. I don't know. It's just another one of those situations where I was looking at all of the collected news that we've talked about this movie over the last however many months, and I'm just like looking at all these disparate pieces, and I'm like, none of this feels like it goes together. Like, none of it. Because like, okay, Hulk is in the movie, right? And Punisher's in the movie. So we've got at least a team of 3 heroes, one of which is the goddamn Hulk. But the villains we're going up against are Scorpion and Tombstone and maybe Mr. Negative. Those are just 2 dudes. And we got a Hulk?
I don't know. I think they need to scale back on this becoming a team up movie. I can, if this is a Spider-Man movie with cameos in it, that's one thing. But like, if what you're saying, what you're worried about is like this becomes a Hulk and Punisher and Spider-Man and maybe even Daredevil if he shows up, it becomes a team up thing at the end, and they all kick the crap out of Scorpion.
They just beat his ass like the printer in Office Space.
We need to not do that. And to be fair, the previous Spider-Man movies, some I'm not a huge fan of. Like they don't become that. Like he fights the Vulture on his own, and Nick Fury doesn't help him take down Mysterio. It's the only team up is when the 3 Spider-Mans fight all the Spider-Man villains. But like it's all Spider-Man, so it's whatever.
Right. If there's one of those heroes announced for it, or like characters announced for it, that is probably going to be a bigger part, it's going to be whoever Sophia Lillis is playing. If she's a Jean Grey or she's a Firestar or whatever the hell, like she's going to be a major part of the story for sure.
Who's Sophia Lillis?
Sophia Lillis is the one that's not Sadie Sink. Sophia Lillis is the druid from the D&D movie. I swap their names all the time.
That's right. I like her. Hey, she's into our It discussion.
Yeah.
She's one of the more recent people that Kojima has captured like a Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a minute too. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think the movie will be bad, but I am like,
is this a safe place to tell you about a dream that I had?
Unless it's gross.
It's not gross. It's funny or potentially sad.
Okay.
Just a bunch of us in my dream. A bunch of us were just like at a noodle shop, and then we looked over, and Kojima was at the noodle shop, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's Kojima! There he is. Why is he here?" And then he kind of just like humbly like waved and nodded, and then he tried to leave the noodle shop, and he couldn't open the door. That was my dream. It's a true story.
Just a real. That sounds like one of the what is it, Tom Hanks bits where he's like, "No one will ever believe you," and he like steals one of your fries.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Anyway, in other news, to get away from dream talk,
I think it's important, and next time you have a dream about Kojima, you should share it.
I didn't have a dream about Kojima, but I did recently have a dream about Survivor, which is
Share it. Were you on it?
no, I was going to be on it. The dream was that Jeff Probst like basically called me and was like, "You got 12 hours. You gotta get here." And I was like, "Shit,
Oh my
let's
God.
go."
So, Daniel, you're hosting the Oscars and you have to run across the country.
Yeah. But in other news, PlayStation is doing something that I actually think is really cool. Now, they're basically stealing this directly from Bungie, but Bungie is now also PlayStation. So, like, you know, it all checks out. They are making trophies real. Now, they're sort of not green lighting, what's it called? Trial running, I guess, this with specifically Ghost of Tsushima. And what it is that if you have certain trophies unlocked, then you are then able to purchase certain items from the PlayStation Store, like real things. So if you platinumed the game, you're able to buy like a little pin that is the platinum trophy with Jin's mask on it. And I think if you've just beat the game, then you're able to buy a t-shirt. They've been doing this for Destiny for a really long time, and it's been a really big like source of income for them. It works really well and people love it. I think this is super cool. I think the t-shirt and the pin both look kind of lame, like they're just whatever. But if they start spreading this out and doing like more content across like all of their games, I'm so down. Like that's really cool, genuinely. I love that.
I not only agree with you, this is like a danger to me specifically. I can't this is scary. I'm a big fan of just physical, trophies or souvenirs or just things to remember adventures you've been on, and
right.
just be like, hey, you platinumed this game. Now for $49.99 you can buy a little trophy and put it on your shelf. I'm like, don't make me do that.
That's it, you're done.
I'll do it.
It's all ogre. Yeah, so they're starting with just Ghost of Tsushima, which is probably because Ghost of Yotei comes out in a couple days here. So that I assume that probably the next one they do will be Yotei, and then who knows where from there it'll go. There's not a ton of outside of Ghost of Yotei like announced upcoming PlayStation games that I'm excited for, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Also, but I think it's just like such a cool idea. Part of it is going to rely pretty heavily on what they're asking price wise for these things. Like if it's definitely like you have to platinum the game and then spend $60 to get a t-shirt, then like, nah, man, I'm good actually.
Yeah. For the record, my $49.99 thing was a joke. I would not spend that.
No, I think I would like with shipping. I think I would cap out at like, I don't know, 35 or so.
Depends on what it is.
For like a shirt. I mean, like I would probably do that. Who knows what they're gonna do? I'm just really excited for this. There's not a whole lot to say about it outside of that, but I just like, hey man, way to go. But Skyler, I think it is time for us to talk about all of the announcements from Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah.
There were a lot, but most of them don't matter, like at all.
Yeah.
I'll run through a couple of the smaller ones real fast, and then we can end on the like 2 or 3 big ones. First of all, technically before Tokyo Game Show, but I'm counting it, they announced Yakuza Kiwami 3. Kiwami is the remake series of the Yakuza games. So I think 0 technically counts because it's in the same engine, but then Kiwami 1, 2, and 3. It's really cool. I enjoy the Yakuza games. It's great to see these ones brought forward because I think 3 was like on the PS3, which means that it's basically lost media right now.
Borderline unplayable.
Yeah. I mean, you can play it on Xbox, but it's like it's like still the PlayStation 3 build, so it's just not very good. But that is now out, or sorry, is now announced as coming out. And they added some bonus content called Dark Ties that I have really no idea about it, but you play as a different character, so that's pretty cool. Over on the Xbox side of things, they announced Romancing Saga 2 is getting a remake. They showed the Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly remake. They showed that Monster Hunter Stories 1, 2, and the brand new upcoming 3 are all coming to Xbox. That's a pretty cool thing. I don't know that it's going to like make waves, but I do think it's cool that they're taking the time and effort to like pick up older games that missed their platform to make the library more complete. I think that's a good move for them. And they're also doing a remake of Gungrave, which like I don't think anyone cares about except me. So
okay,
so that's neat. I don't know. They put out Gungrave Gore last year, 2 years ago, and it wasn't good. So I don't think this will be good either. But it does exist. And then the big announcement for Xbox, although I don't believe either of us particularly care about it, is that the next Forza Horizon will be taking place in Japan, which is, for the video game community, actually a really big deal. They've been asking for that for a really long time. So it is big news. It's just we don't do that. We don't care.
Yeah, we have to drive real cars. We don't drive video game cars. But
yeah, it'll be on Game Pass, so I'll give it a shot. Like, I'll play it, but it's not something that I have like a lot of takes about.
Hey, cars are cool and Japan is cool, so
true. Kojima from your dream, the man of your dreams,
got stuck in a noodle shop.
Who got out of the noodle shop just in time to put on a show of his own. It was called Beyond the Strand, and it was mostly just an anniversary event.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You dropped this in our news chat. I was like, okay. And I opened it, and that thing was 2.5 hours long, and I immediately closed it. And I was like, he'll tell me about it.
You won't put 2.5 hours into Kojima, your favorite man?
I never said he was my favorite man. I said I saw him in a dream noodle shop.
That's what that means. I'm a dream interpreter, and what that means is you love him.
Well, I don't love him enough to watch 2.5 hours of whatever this was. But what happened? Tell me about it.
Not a ton. So he talked a little bit. He's got some upcoming thing called Fizzant. He didn't say, he literally brought it up just to say he couldn't talk about it, and I was like, okay, cool. They're making a Death Stranding movie for A24 that he said nothing about. They're making a Death Stranding anime called Mosquito, which features a new character who has like a mask on that has a big dangly mosquito bit.
Cool.
But the big thing that he showed off was the first official trailer for his collaboration with good old Peel boy, OD, which also features
Sophia Lillis.
There you go. It all comes full circle. Not a ton to like take out from this trailer. She's doing some kind of like witchcraft or some shit. She's like lighting candles, and then a ghost sneaks up behind her and grabs her. And that's the whole trailer. The only thing to take away from it, as far as I can tell, is that he said that he didn't specifically say, but he implied that it's very much an anthology series where a lot of different sort of stories will be told. So he was saying like, this one's his. So the Sophia Lillis is Kojima's part of the anthology. And he's like, I want people to be afraid of the knock, but like Jordan Peele's thing is a different fear or something. So it's hard to ever really know what Kojima means when he says literally anything.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty safe to say, like, yeah, that means it's an anthology. And we did know that he had said before that he was partnering with, I think people were calling it like the Avengers of horror movie directors, but we only ever got the one name, so I don't know who else was in there. But who knows? I guess we'll see what happens there. I really like Kojima as a person. I think he's great. Don't generally like his games, but I do really like horror games, so I'm kind of like 50-50 on whether or not I'm going to care about it. And I do love Sophia Lillis. I think she's great. So I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on how excited I am for this, but I do think it'll be good. So I don't know. Did you end up watching this trailer at least?
No. But
this fucking guy.
I'm supportive of this. Support your local Kojima, I guess. I'm not. When it comes to Hideo Kojima, I respect the man, and I like Metal Gear. Yeah, Death Stranding is not my bag. We'll say that. When it comes to Jordan Peele, great director. When it comes to things that he's only producing, kind of an iffy track record.
Yeah, it's unclear how deep his involvement in this is, if he's like directing it, like his part of it, or if he's writing his part of it. I don't know any of that information. No. But that's the thing. I do think it goes past production. I think he is actually part of the creative process.
Right. How do you talk about something that is like they're being more or less very vague about, other than I guess we'll see, which is my answer for a lot of things.
Yeah, you're pretty non-committal,
probably gets really annoying. Well, how can you bring yourself to care about anything these days?
Well, that's
my question to you.
What is your what would be your like general hype level for Sophia Lillis is a witch in a movie made by Kojima? Because that's basically what this is going to be.
Okay, so above 70%.
Okay. I would again just ignore the fact that this is a video game, because in Kojima games the gameplay is like basically non-existent lately.
I'm looking at it as if it was a movie, right? If this were a movie, just like 70 I would say 75 to 80%. If this was a movie, I would be like, okay, yeah, I'll see that for sure.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's gonna be like a 40-hour video game
We don't know that.
Okay.
We don't know
It's
because
gonna
it's an
drop a
anthology,
little bit.
so we don't know how long his part is going to be. I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm just saying. This could be your entryway to the Kojima obsession. This could be your way into the noodle shop.
Why would Snake Eater not have been my way into the noodle shop?
Well, because that's not really Kojima at full power. That was Kojima with the Konami limiters on.
What about when you play Peace Walker and then you go into a tent and he's like, Mr. Kojima, and then he takes him, he saves him, puts him on a boat or something. I don't know.
Peace Walker. Oh, that's okay. That is technically that's Ground Zeroes, but yes.
What? What do you mean?
In Ground Zeroes, you save Kojima.
It
could happen in 2 games. The one I know from is Ground Zeroes.
I think it happens in 2 games, and in fact, I think even there's a. I don't care. We're letting this go. Kojima, Jordan Peele. Let's see what this is. Hype level currently 68%.
Wow, yeah. It's hard to get a hot take out of you these days.
Well, you want a hot take?
Yes.
Hang on.
He's just gonna fart into the microphone.
And when I say hang on, I mean continue while I think of a hot take.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about the PlayStation show. The PlayStation show probably had the biggest game reveal of TGS.
Would have if it wasn't leaked.
Yeah, I mean we had already known it existed, obviously, for a long time. Like they put out a teaser trailer way before even the leak, so like we knew it existed. But a couple of things before we get to that is they did show off Saros. That's the like spiritual successor to Returnal. I didn't care for Returnal, and I'm probably not going to care for this. I don't know. It's going to be like a roguelike shooter guy. I don't care. It's a Halloween game that's going to play like the Friday the 13th game. There's a ASIM horror game based on Halloween. There's a big open world RPG for 7 Deadly Sins, the anime, called 7 Deadly Sins Origins, to which I said, can we get one of those for One Piece, though, actually? That'd be cool.
I keep coming at you one game behind.
Yeah.
But this Halloween game.
Yeah.
I think it looks cool. Do we know if it's like a single player thing or,
no,
is it?
It's exactly the same as the Friday the 13th game. It's exactly the same as that. Thing.
That's less cool.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
If it had like some sort of single player mode to it.
I have no idea. It very well may, but they didn't talk about it.
It looks okay, I guess.
And then they also announced 2 remasters that I'm excited for. One exists exclusively for me. No one else was asking for it, but Dynasty Warriors 3 is for some reason getting a remaster, which I think is dope. And then also, hey, Deus Ex. Although the remaster of it like kind of looks like shit, to be honest with you. Like it does not look good.
Here's a spoiler.
Yeah.
We're fast approaching us playing Deus Ex for replay. So this is another one of the many examples of the universe bends to our will.
Oh, it's constant. The number is only growing.
And also, I already have Deus Ex on Steam. I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy it again. I think they're not. It doesn't look like they're really like changing anything. They're kind of just up-resing it. And the general consensus online is that the up-resing doesn't look good anyway. So yeah, I'm not going to buy it again. No, thank you. But hey, it is. Even though we aren't going to play that version, it does still count to the video game industry bending to us.
Listening to us specifically, yeah.
Especially if they're also making a remaster of Dynasty Warriors 3, a game that literally no one on the planet not named Daniel has ever asked for. So, but then the big game of the show, and you better watch the trailer of this one.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
No, that one's, we already knew about that.
Oh, just kidding.
You absolute unit. No, we're getting Insomniac's Wolverine next year, probably, maybe. You see this trailer? What you think about this trailer?
It sure looks like what we talked about last week.
Sure does. It sure does look like what if Insomniac made Spider-Man, but Wolverine was the guy.
Yeah, we do God of War, but it's Wolverine.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would go for God of War. The combat definitely looks like it's going to be a lot more Arkham than God of War, but
yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, yes, I see what you mean.
Because that's what it is in Spider-Man, basically. So
when I said God of War, the vibes of
it's very hack and slash,
third person walking through the forest, story oriented type thing. But hey, this definitively answers our how do they tackle open world type scenario, and the answer is It's not super open world.
Yeah. So
It's
they confirmed that
linear
there's
paths throughout multiple locations.
Yeah, they confirmed multiple locations. So there's Madripoor and the like slums outside Madripoor, which is called Lowtown or something. Apparently, there's also a section in Canada, and I think there was one other section. I don't remember what it was. I should have written it down, but I didn't. We saw first looks at two of the villains, Mystique, which is cool, and Omega Red, who the fuck is asking for Omega Red?
Hey,
But all right, go for it.
I was like, cool.
Let me just get my hot take out of this. I don't think the game will be bad, but I do think it looks bad. I think the suit looks really bad. I think his face looks awful, and I think the voice acting in the trailer made me want to die.
Oh, from Wolverine
Specifically from Wolverine, yes.
Oh, you don't like Spartacus?
Apparently not.
They were like, check it out. This is our Wolverine. It's Spartacus, and is he Australian as well?
I have no idea. I know he plays Marcus Phoenix's son.
That's right. Yeah.
In Gears 4 and 5, I guess.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. There's something about the exit line of the trailer being, "I'm not a hero. I'm the Wolverine." That just like doesn't do anything for me. It's just like, this is like Edgelord, but like the Gen X version. You know what I mean? And I'm just not about it. I'm just not about it. And that's just what the Wolverine character is, and that's fine. I'm not down for Wolverine. They had a thing like in the state of play. I don't know if you watched the whole thing or if you just watched the trailer like a nerd. But they had a thing after the trailer that was called like Behind the Claws or something. Did you see that?
Behind the Claws.
It was like a 4-minute little thing where they were just talking about like the design process. Truthfully, they said very little. But they did say a couple things about like, oh yeah, and like he's got such a dynamic range. This actor, he's able to do a bunch of different motions. I was like, okay, so like maybe we're gonna get some shit. Like, okay, maybe
I saw that part.
Maybe there will be some plot points in here that won't make me want to die. But for me, it's like Wolverine has always struck me as like everyone's racist uncle's favorite superhero. If you went to Thanksgiving,
unfortunately that's Punisher now, but
unfortunately they've sort of co-opted him. But like if you went to Thanksgiving at the X Mansion, you would want to not be sat next to Wolverine.
I just don't think Wolverine would be a very good conversationalist, but I know what you mean. Yeah. Sure.
But I don't know. I'm sure the game will be fine. I mean, Insomniac makes good games. Spider-Man 2 had like some technical bugs, but even then it was perfectly, like, I didn't run into too many problems.
Yeah. Like Daniel, please, technical arachnids.
Technical arachnids. And it will be, so I'm sure it'll be a really good game. I really have no concern about the quality of it. My only concern is whether or not I personally will care. And as of this moment, I don't think I do. I'll still probably play it, but I don't think I care.
You just know that Mystique stealth missions, right? That's the other thing. They're going to make you stealth as Mystique.
Oh, you think you'll play as Mystique?
I think so. I don't think she's a boss.
I think she's an enemy.
She might be an enemy or something, but I don't think she's like a boss fight.
I don't know. What if you got to do like the Assassin's Creed multiplayer, where you gotta stab someone in this crowd, but you have to figure out which one's Mystique?
How long did that Assassin's Creed multiplayer actually go? How many games did that make it into?
More than you would think. It started in Brotherhood, and it was also in Liberation. It was in, at least as far as Unity. Was it in Syndicate? It might have been in Syndicate, but I think that would have been the end of it. It wasn't in any of the RPG ones. I know that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was fun though. I enjoyed it in Brotherhood. But yeah, I'm interested to see where this game goes. I am interested to see how it performs. I saw some of the most cringe man babies reacting to it on the internet, and I think that also slightly poisoned me against it.
That'll happen. Yeah.
We're talking about like 50-year-old men dressing up like Wolverine and screaming at their cameras.
In joy or in
a little
protest?
bit. It seemed like a little bit of everything, like joy, but also like just I'm being Wolverine, so I have to be screaming.
Okay.
So, just was giving off like real Disney adult energy.
Our country is like 75% Disney adult at this point, so
that's true. I mean, I think me and you are on like Disney adult is a spectrum, and I think we're on sort of the lower end of it. But we're definitely like we want to go to the parks, like they're fun. If they weren't $4 million,
I've definitely got my own hangups and issues.
Right, we've all got Disney trauma.
But yeah, we've all got Disney drama. Everyone has a different reaction when you see the beret girl from an extremely goofy movie.
What a specific ass poll.
That's right.
But yeah, so we have this. There is also the basically confirmed rumor that the thing after this, which will probably be a launch title for PlayStation 6, is that Venom spin-off. And I'll just let you know right now, part of the leak of the Insomniac, like, because it wasn't just Wolverine that leaked, is we actually, assuming it hasn't changed, which it very well may, know the next couple games that Insomniac is making, they have become a Marvel studio.
Ooh, hit me with it. What do we got? What are we doing?
One of them is just a straight up X-Men game. I remember that was one that was on there. And then it was like 3 Wolverine games, but it was like one was just X-Men, or one was just called X-Men. So expect more of this. I hope that they make this look good, because I'll be honest with you, I think from a visual standpoint, I'm not thrilled with the way this looks. Every time that the camera zoomed in on Logan's face, I was like, this looks like it's a generation old already, and the generation's not that like, generation's what, 5 years in, like, that's crazy. So much of it I was just like, this just feels like painting by numbers, the video game, to me.
I don't know if I pick up on that exactly, but
it looks like let me try to explain like what I'm feeling about it more. I think my reaction to it is that is exactly one for one, blow for blow, what I expected this to be, with 0 surprises, and that's pretty disappointing to me.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think we're at a point with Marvel IP in general. They maybe they're still treating it like, oh, we're gonna get a huge pop for going to Madripoor or whatever.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
You're not. It's just a city.
Yeah.
City of something. I don't know. Just like, that's, you're not gonna. Yeah, and like the thing, it's just like, boom, reveal Omega Red.
Yeah.
Sure, you're gonna get some people that are like, holy shit, it's Omega Red.
I remember,
and you're gonna get people
2 episodes of the cartoon he was in.
You're gonna get people like you, like, who gives a shit about Omega Red? And you're gonna get people like me being like, okay, that's kind of neat. Like, right in the middle. Mystique is in the game, cool. We got a Sentinel. Yeah, but it all comes down to, for me, how they do the story. And I know that something you were saying was that, like, can they bring anything to the table, Wolverine, that we haven't seen from that character in movies or whatever recently? Like, what can we do new here?
I would,
and if the answer is nothing, we'll find out.
If we get to Act 3 of this game, that I am gonna play. I'm not hating on it. I'm just not excited for it. If we get to Act 3 of this game, and there's a fucking Logan, Scott, Jean love triangle, I will turn the game off. I'm done. I'm not doing it again.
Put some respect on Cyclops, would you?
Cyclops is arguably the worst X-Men.
This is why I don't have any hot takes, is because you're taking them all. You're taking all the hot takes.
I will receive the heat. He's just so lame. If you have a friend whose favorite X-Men is Cyclops, you have a bad friend.
I think our friend Anthony, his favorite is Cyclops.
Well, but we know he's a bad friend.
Oh.
And you know why we know that? Because he's not watching this.
Because you know what? Good point. Anthony, what the hell? What's going on?
I just don't know how you pick Cyclops when, like, Storm's there. You know what I mean? Storm,
as a
Beast,
kid,
any of them.
As a kid, my 3 favorite X-Men were, in no particular order, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Kitty Pryde. Those were my 3 favorite X-Men as a kid.
Okay. It sounds like... Go on.
No.
I was just going to say, I think I know why you liked Kitty Pryde.
What? Because she's a cute girl?
She was real hot in that cartoon, yeah.
In X-Men Evolution, where she does a little dance in the intro?
Yeah.
You're immediately like, all right, what's going on with this girl? What's going on with her? She can walk through walls? That's pretty cool.
Disappear and fly? That's crazy. For me, favorite X-Men today, Magic, for sure. Storm, oof, it's tough. There's a million of them, is the problem.
The Storm stock is high.
I love Storm. I think she's great.
In 2025.
Halle Berry Storm, not so great, but Storm in general.
I used to not really care all that much about Storm, but the older I get, the more cool I think Storm is. So yeah,
she's dope. And I don't know if he would count. He's not an X-Men. I was going to say Magneto, but he doesn't count. It's probably just Iceman. I really like Bobby Drake. I think he's great.
Iceman's cool too. You really can't go wrong with 99% of the X-Men.
Yeah,
they're cool.
Anyone except Cyclops, you pretty much can't.
Oh, okay. Daniel's a big Morph fan over here. He'd cast Morph before Cyclops.
Bro, I would take Morph over Cyclops. If I was drafting my team, I would take Morph before Cyclops all day.
Disgusting.
What's your hype level on this? What is your hype level for this as compared to your hype level for Spider-Man 2 when that was about to come
out? Less. Well, that's the thing, right? Spider-Man 2 was, to state the obvious, a sequel to Spider-Man, which we already knew was awesome.
True. And weirdly, the third Spider-Man game.
Somehow, some way, yes. But yeah, Spider-Man 2 was the reason I got a PlayStation 5.
Sure.
I held off until that point, and then it was just like, damn, now I just need to get one. This Wolverine, I don't know if that would do that for me yet. I very much want to play this game. I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
I will get it on launch, I'm sure, which is rare for me to say about any video game nowadays.
That is true.
But like, if my hype for Spider-Man 2 was like, I need to play this game, like at a 95% hype level, this Wolverine is probably around 80%. Where it's just like, I will play this for sure. I will play this, and I don't need to be sold on getting it. It all just comes down to on whether or not it delivers, which I don't feel right now that I have any reason to suspect that it won't. But if it comes out and it's a different story, then that is what it is.
Yeah, I think largely I agree with you, but I'm just saying it in a meaner way. Because
you're the hot take one of the group.
Yeah, but like I would also say that I think my excitement for it is like in that 70 to 80 range. Like it's like I do think it's going to be a good game for sure. Insomniac does good work historically. I can't think of an Insomniac game that I've played in the last decade that was bad. So
yeah,
I know it's going to be good. And I will say, I think Insomniac and PlayStation is absolutely doing the right thing here. I mean, they're like, we have the right to do Marvel games. What are we going to focus in? Spider-Man and the X-Men. Those are the ones you're going to make the most money off of. Maybe these days you could do something with like Captain America, Black Panther, Iron Man. Like you probably get those off the ground. But historically speaking, X-Men is like the reason Marvel Comics is still around.
Absolutely.
So you definitely want to get some X-Men in there. And then Spider-Man is one of the biggest comic book franchises in the world. It's like right up there with Batman and Superman. So like they're making all the right choices. It's just that like the figurehead that they're choosing for the X-Men is one that I personally don't really fuck with because he's kind of a chode. So
I like Wolverine. I think it's just a good launching point where he is like, whether you fuck with him or not,
right.
He's undoubtedly the most famous mutant character in Marvel Comics.
Whoa, you would say that when Spike is sitting right there?
Listen, you know that I watched X-Men Evolution as a kid. We've established that. And then I would be like, oh, Spike, cool. And then you would like pick up an X-Men comic book or buy an X-Men poster, and you'd be like, why isn't Spike in any of this?
Why does
Where is Spike? Exist? And then someone has to like hand on your shoulder, like, listen here, little man.
Yeah.
Spike don't exist.
Spike should have been.
You're like, no.
Spike should have been the Harley Quinn of that cartoon. He should have spun off of the other things.
He was radical. He had a skateboard.
Name a single time you've seen Wolverine on a skateboard.
He's got a motorcycle. That's his thing.
Doesn't count. Not a skateboard.
And sometimes it's not even his motorcycle. He steals Scott's.
I bet the motorcycle we see him on in this trailer is not officially his. I bet he steals that shit because he's a thief, because he's a coward.
Because Canadians are always stealing things.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Anyway, if you want to tell us how excited you are for the new Wolverine game, which if you're a warm-blooded human being, you probably are to some extent, you can do that in the comment section on Spotify and YouTube. Those are the places that we are, and we would love it if you would follow us in at least one, if not both of those places, and give us as much engagement as humanly possible. Share it with a friend, leave a comment, hit the like button, ring the bell. That just makes it so that the videos that we put out actually get to you. So that would be great. If you want to follow the show and know when new episodes are coming out, you can do so on Twitter at @RSR_POD, or you can follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Daniel J. McGee.
You can follow me on Blue Sky at Skyler 8-Bit.
Until next time, we'll see you around.
The game's just starting, the world's so bright. Jump right in, everything feels right. Let's play, take a trip back in time.